Hello everyone, it's Anya. We're going to do a tutorial on how to build kitchen islands, different variations. There's going to be 8 different variations. 4 are the main ones, and then the other 4 are going to be the bigger versions. Not all of them will use the cheat codes, so for those of you who don't like using cheat codes, majority of these islands will be without it. If you do like cheat codes, at the end, the last 2 is when I enable it and make it so the seam is a little more seamless, so to speak. So if you look here on my welcome screen, on each shelf it'll tell you what you need to know. Cheats used will be bb.moveobjects on, and then other keys that we will be utilizing while holding control will be 9 and 0. 9 will raise your object, 0 will lower your object. Other keys that we're going to be using are going to be those 2 brackets. So the left bracket is to shrink your object, and your right one is to grow your object. And if you really want to, you can hold Alt, and that will freely move your object around to wherever you want. So you'll see aerial shot from above. They are backwards because I'm going to start with A, and I took the picture, and honestly I was lazy and I didn't want to go back and take another picture. So B specifically on the lower end, this is the one that somebody requested on how to do a tutorial or a quick guide, so this is why I'm actually doing the video. So if you'll notice for D is the one that we use the cheat codes to alter an outdoor plant to make the island seem a little more seamless. So if you keep going, you'll see quick little clips from the side, and then as it goes on, you'll notice each piece of the island that gets highlighted, it will correspond to one of the highlighted counter pieces on the UI. So you see there's the corner piece there, and then as it goes, it'll move to the more centered piece, or like the regular piece you would use. You have to make sure that auto counters are off, or you will not be able to access these pieces. This also goes for if you're going to choose to put aesthetic cabinets up. The cabinets also have the same option where you can mix and match different shapes, like you can have a frontal glassware viewing now instead of a wooden door or something like that, but there are different options that you can use. And I also, if you'll notice, there are sinks. So on the island pieces you can actually place the sink on either side, so you can either have it facing over the lip or you could have it facing inward away from the lip. So then you'll notice for this one, this is the bigger version of the small one, and that is the pattern that will continue. So for this one, it is a island and a counter combination. So the outer pieces highlighted here will be island 1 and then island 2. And then in the middle, 4 of the same counter pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have to rotate them to make them fit. You'll notice here that there is a seam. It's very minimal, so if it doesn't bother you, there you go. That's a big island right there. If it does, you can use the cheat code to cover it up, but this is just an example of what I meant. Moving on, this is letter B. This is the one that somebody had actually asked about. So you notice this is just a strict island piece. So 2 island pieces and make it wrap around. Pretty basic, very nice. Same thing over here. Rounded edge, regular piece. And then in the middle, you'll notice once again, it's counter pieces instead of island pieces with that seam. Very nice. This is probably one of my favorite counter designs, but this is the only counter island that we will have, if that makes sense. So this one doesn't use any island pieces. This is just straight cabinet pieces. So you see there, and then you want to use that corner piece right there. Going to the bigger one, same thing, regular piece there, regular corner piece, and then you're going to just put more regular pieces down the middle. Again, there's the seam. And then this is the one where we're going to enable the cheat. So this is going to be strictly island pieces. So you're going to put the one there, and then there's your corner piece that you want to add. And then we're going to open your sheet bar, hold Shift Ctrl C, and then you're going to type in bb.moveobjects on. Once that's on, you can make that go away, but some of them, they're just going to stay popped up. So from there, I chose this bush because it's pretty much the perfect size. So with the cheat enabled, you want to shrink your objects by using the bracket. So you want to shrink it to the smallest possible size that you can get it. And then from there, you're going to raise it up. So you're going to hold Ctrl and hit 8 times. Once you hit it 8 times, it should be the perfect height, and then you can just kind of slide it right over, and it'll clip in with the grid. You don't have to do the free movement if you don't want to. Moving on to the bigger one. So this one is going to be 5 separate pieces. So the other ones were 3 for the bigger islands, but this one is 5 specifically because the middle is a little bit more seamless. So you're going to do island piece 1, and then you're going to do your corner, and then the middle is the counter again. So you're going to grab the left end piece, you're going to get the middle piece, and then this one's kind of covered but it's highlighted by an arrow. You're going to get that far right piece. And then from there, I put the bush. So that's how you build all these different islands. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.